double shovel. That's a nice one. Oh, look at that.
That's a stud move.
Dude. Yes.
Here's your morning update. We're alive. We're in Alaska. We've got 5 caribou tags currently in our pockets, and we're looking to fill some of those tags hopefully today. I think it's day number, this will be day 3, and it's a little frustrating because there's quite a few people up here, which blows me away. I think coming into this, that would have been the last thing I would have thought would have happened, but yeah, we have a camp that's probably just 500 or 600 yards down here, downriver. We have a camp that's probably 500 or 600 yards upriver. And I think we've seen more people than we have caribou at this point, but any day things can change. We're waiting for this big migration to start happening. I don't think it has happened yet, but any day it could change and these caribou could be piling in here. So what we're gonna do is, well, everything we can do, and that's gonna be, I think, go a little further than we've gone. We've been going about 2 miles from camp, but there's one big hill ridge that I think we're going to try to get up on today and see what's over that. And hopefully it's we're thinking it might be Buapalooza over there.
It's where they hang out.
Buapalooza
Labooza.
is what we're hoping. So hopefully we get up on that ridge and we can glass some new country and find some caribou. But we're just getting everything loaded up. It's been raining pretty much all night this morning. It's supposed to rain on and off all day, which is okay because we are taking some tarps today. Yesterday we sat out in the rain for like 7 hours with no shelter. So we threw like 3 tarps in. Got some paracord, got some trekking poles. We're gonna build a little shelter if it starts doing that again. We'll just sit in glass. So come along with us, guys. You know what we say. Every hunt can change in the blink of an eye. That's what we're looking for right now. All we can do is all we can do. And that's what we're gonna do, okay? Write that down. Put that in a quote book.
Pretty sweet.
Oh, look how those shovels are touching. Wow.
Yeah, double shovel. That's a nice one. Oh, look at that.
That's a stud boot.
Dude. Yes.
Wow, he picked clean.
Dang, dude.
I wonder how long that thing's been sitting
You
here.
need one of those guys, huh?
That's a giant.
Yeah,
right?
that's a yeah.
Look at the
darn
double
good.
bez on that thing.
Yeah.
Or double shovels, I mean.
That's definitely better than anything we shot last year.
Heck yeah. How do I get that home?
I think you just donate it to
Right there.
Alaskan Forest.
Man,
Cut
that's
the
pretty
antlers
neat,
off,
huh?
maybe. You got a saw? All right, we just got to our glassing spot a couple minutes ago. Same one that we were at yesterday, because this is where we were seeing some caribou. And as soon as we kind of take our packs off, start glassing the hillside, we spot, Max spots, a bull way that way. He appears to be a pretty good bull, but he's so far away that we can only see that he's got some pretty good height and mass up high. That's all we can see, but he's far enough away that there's no way that we can just go after him at the moment. But if he starts working this way, there's one ridge between us and him that we might try to knock off, but for now we're gonna wait and see which way he goes.
Some basic construction. Kind of basic. Building the lean-to, it's starting to rain. We finally made it up to this giant hill, so we're gonna spend the rest of the day here. And it's gonna rain, as you can tell. So we're making a shelter out of 2 tarps, 4 trekking poles, some paracord.
Well, we've been under our little lean-to tarp here for a few hours now. I'd say we've seen more caribou today than we have probably the whole trip. The biggest challenge is just they're all so far away. The beauty of this area is you can glass for a long ways, but the drawback is you can glass for a long ways. Most of the caribou we're seeing is, you know, at least another 2 miles out, so not in the greatest spot to go pursue, but we're watching a rather large one. It's bedded down. We figure he's like 1.5 miles, maybe 2 more miles out, and I think we're somewhere 3.5-ish from camp at the moment, possibly. So anyways, keep an eye on him. Tarps have been pretty nice though, compared to yesterday, that's for sure.
Sucks, like as soon as the sun comes out it's nice and warm, but then the bugs are there. So guys, what we've decided at this point is caribou aren't getting any closer to us, and not being ideal because this big caribou we've been watching most of the day is still about 1 mile away. I don't think he's gonna come in closer. So although if we do kill it, we'll have a really cool caribou on the ground, but it will be a long pack back to camp. But I mean, we're here to shoot caribou, so we're gonna go after it. We're gonna leave all the stuff we don't need here in our little shelter because camp is back that way, caribou's that way. So we're gonna leave everything we don't need here. Hopefully go kill that caribou and be coming out super heavy. And then we'll pack this stuff up when we come by. Cut to the next shot of the caribou dying. Go. I think if you get to that next little rise, that's where you'd be able to shoot. How far to the edge of the water? Huh? Do you know how far to the edge of the water?
1,000 yards, I'd bet. 1,200.
We've gone 0.6 since we left the tent.
I think if we can get to that, probably have a shot under 400 at least. Be able to see them. We kind of lost visual of them because of that rise, but last time I saw them, they were still bedded down, so hopefully they don't get doing something funky, because caribou like to do funky things, I've learned. They have happy feet. They like to move them a lot. Hopefully they don't get the happy feet. Like, if we get in within 400 up, we're going to be able to see them because it really dives down. They're kind of up higher though, so maybe. I don't know, let's go try it. We're trying to figure out, we're about 1,200 yards from them, but as you guys can tell, there's not a whole lot to hide behind. This is kind of our last rise. Thought we'd be closer, but we're still way out of shooting range. So when these guys hunted them last time, and kind of what we've been told, is they don't really get spooky about you walking around until you're within like that 300 yards or under. The transporter hook even said you can get like 150 yards from them before they really start getting spooky, but I don't know, let's go try it. Either works or it doesn't. Take your time. low? Can you get a range, Brian?
I'm not picking them up that far.
You get a range at all? Stupid thing was telling me 350. I bet it was 450.
Logan, keep filming.
How
How much? 700.
You want the phone? Give me the phone. I'm not going to shoot 7. You feel comfortable shooting 7?
I can take a poke at 7.
How low was it? How far do you think that was? Mine was telling me 350. They were at 300 the first time?
That showed 302.
How far do you think they ran before they stopped? 100 yards?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's a giant. You gotta be like... Can you range that hill? I gotta show you. Way low.
Yeah.
I bet he was 500.
He's still standing there. How far is he now?
Like 1,000. I don't know, my rangefinder won't work. Always sucks when you're with a group of guys and you guys work your butts off. And you're the one that ends up with the gun and then you throw up an air ball. I don't know what happened. I was having trouble with my range. I think I was ranging stuff that was picking up closer, but originally when they first got up, we were at 303, Luke?
Yeah.
303, and then
they spooked.
they were kind of covered up. The big bull was covered up, and they took off. And I was still getting at 350, but I should have known they probably ran more than 100 yards. So I just set up at 300 and a shot. I think he was maybe at like 450. I just shot low, a couple feet low. I'll tell you this, if you're gonna hunt caribou, when you go in to get a shot, I should have slowed down and made sure everything was right, like my rangefinder. I was picking everything up because when they go, they go. They're gonna give you a shot. You just gotta make sure everything's set up right. It's not like they boogie, but man, they really like to cover themselves up. They get in a tight group. I always wonder if those big bulls know that, like, hey, step in front of me. I'll be behind him. They won't shoot me. That's what was going through my head. So there's a lot of work for a failed attempt.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's a bunch of stuff in the road.
I did bullpen change, guys.
Completely.
They're still out there like 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 yards, so I have no idea if we'll have an opportunity, but we're going to mosey closer and maybe we get a second crack at them. We'll see.
We are over halfway back, right?
Yeah, 1.3.
We got 1.3 to go. We were like
6.3 in.
6.3 total for the day. So we're going to be close to getting our hiking merit badge. We have to do 8 miles and then we'll get a stamp or a something, you know. I know I'm going to earn my taco eating merit badge tonight. Yeah, it's a little frustrating we don't have a caribou on our backs right now, which we should have.
Your hair looks awesome though.
Well, that's any kind of substitute trophy, I'll take it.
I'm disgusting. I mean, I'm so sweaty and humid and sticky. My feet are soaked. This stuff is hard to describe, like the way it feels to walk in. Like the elevation's cake. The distance, like you'd think, oh, 6'3", that ain't nothing. True would be right. But it just hits a little different on this Tundra. It looks so pleasant until you start stepping on it. Everything just gives and is wobbly. Just like no step is solid. And just kind of wears you down after a few days of doing it. So a lot of guys are like, you know, stay within a 2-mile radius of camp. I wouldn't go much further than that. If you get a caribou down, it'd be pretty miserable. We're like, hold my beer. Let's do 5.5 away from camp. But we're trying to will things to happen because they're just not happening. So we're doing what we can do. Can't wait to be back at camp.
Case, anything?
Not making it easy on us.
Good night. Keep hoping that one of these mornings we come up over this hill, crest this hill, and there'll be caribou in it. Not once.
Not happening.
Definitely not happening. We got a really late start. It's probably 1:30. We didn't get to bed until 1 a.m. though, but we've been spending like 11 to 12 hours every day out glassing. With as much light that's up here, you can do that. But man, it's been tough. Yesterday was a heartbreaker, big hike, and we left a bunch of stuff up on our shanty, so we have to go retrieve that. And then realistically, that's the only place we're finding caribou, which last year when Luke and those guys were up here where we're standing, they were shooting caribou.
Way to make the film, Mac.
Sorry.
And this is
What
Mac.
do you think of that?
This is Mac. Like,
Put his Instagram up.
My bad.
anyways, we got another big hike we got to do today. We've got about 2 days to try to make something happen, and then we float on out of here. So it's been colder today. We keep waiting for just herds of caribou to show up, like what you might imagine in a Nat Geo film or something, and so far it just hasn't been the case. No caribou? What can you do? What can you do? What can you do, Kate?
I can tell you one thing you can do. When you do get presented an opportunity that you've worked really hard for, you got to capitalize on that opportunity. That's what I would say we could do.
Certainly.
As much as we want to say there's not any caribou, which there's not, we got a chance. I got a chance at a giant caribou, by far the biggest one we've seen, and unfortunately I did not perform. I think what happened is I was ranging the bushes in front of the caribou, which it's on me. It's my fault. It's not my equipment. I know what the Weatherby can do. I know the Vortex Ranger works. I just didn't put those things together yesterday, and I feel bad about it. I feel terrible. The team worked so hard to get to that opportunity, and I was the one that fumbled the ball. So, but it is what it is. You learn from it, move on. I'd say, you know, I never thought about like practicing using my rangefinder in an area, but make sure you're comfortable with all your stuff. I've never had a problem with being able to find a range, but I definitely screwed that up yesterday. So it is what it is, and we got 2 more days. It's been an adventure, to say the least, which that's all we really wanted coming into this thing, is to experience Alaska for what it is. And we're seeing it, and we're doing it. So just gotta keep working hard, and I think something's gonna happen either today or tomorrow, and one of these guys are gonna get a caribou on the ground, and then it's gonna be all fun and games after that. So got about 2 miles to get where we need to go, and like Brian said, we're a little late, but we got oodles of time because it doesn't get dark until like 1 a.m. So onward, upward.
We've got a bull, probably about 1,200 yards. We're headed up to our shanty to get our stuff, and Brian spotted this bull. We're 99% sure it's the same bull I missed yesterday, but he's all by himself, just out feeding. He's not moving very fast. We're gonna try to get around on him. I think if we pop
Nice hit. He's down. Nice shot, buddy.
Yes, dude.
Nice shot, dude.
Oh my gosh. Good work, Logie. Holy cow, man, what a rush. It was about as perfect as you could have hoped for.
That's a different bull, dude.
He's a sweet bull.
I think he's bigger.
Holy smokes, man. He was right at like 346. I was able to get a prone rest, which is kind of unheard of out here. We got a caribou bull down, and the shanty overlooks it, just up there. Oh, dude, this has been a freaking grind. This has been an emotionally challenging hunt, man. Just the weather, the tundra. But this is what we asked for in Alaska, man. I think we're all pretty exhausted. But that was amazing. Big team effort. We got 5 tagged, you know, and it's one of those deals like everybody wants to get a caribou. So I feel grateful that I was given the chance, man. Wow. Thank you, guys.
Buddy. Great
Thank you
job.
guys for giving me the opportunity.
Great job, man. Awesome.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Good shot.
Buddy. Thank you. Good bull. Mac, thanks, buddy.
Hey, awesome shot, dude. He took that like a champ.
He did, right?
That wind was intense. Was it hard to get even your gun steady?
Honestly, I had such a sweet rest. Like the fact I could shoot prone. I was just looking for like this little, any kind of a mount. He's at 346. So I cranked it to 3.5.
He just took that like a boss too. Like just stood there.
The perfect shot.
Wow.
I don't think that was the same bull as yesterday.
Really?
I think his shovels are
Shovels
bigger,
are
it's
way
not as
better
long.
than this guy.
Cool enough for me.
No, I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord, holy crap. That's a very good representation. Good shot.
Thank you, buddy.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Man, culmination of a lot of hard work. Last 4 days, been tough. The caribou just haven't really been around in any kind of numbers like you would expect coming up here, but we've seen like 3 bulls that we could shoot. We had an opportunity at 2 of them. Fortunate enough to finally get one down, but I think we told you guys when we started this, my dad did a caribou hunt up in Quebec, Canada in 1995. I was a senior in high school. It was his very first expedition trip outside the US to do something different than elk and deer. And he was able to get 2 caribou actually, along with my Uncle Raj, and it's crazy. It's kind of come full circle that we get a chance to come up here and chase these. I think I said it earlier too, but I feel super grateful to be with a team of guys. Everybody has a tag, and man, you just feel lucky to be able to be the one that pulls the trigger on something like this. What a beautiful animal. Thanks, buddy.